Hi there. I'm just testing this streaming setup. I've got a different mic this time. This is a Rode to the last couple of streams I've done. Sorry, I haven't been able to do any for a little while because I've been busy with work for exhibitions and also for the Open Studios, Christmas Open Studios we've just done in the studio here at Crowgee, Redruth, Cornwall. So this is another little test I'm doing. If anybody's out there watching or watches at some point in the future, not a few days, weeks, a couple of weeks time, please let me know in the comments if you can hear me through this mic, and if you can just let me know what the quality of the video is like. I've used this little ruler here just so I could focus the camera a bit better and just let me know if this is bright enough on your screen. So we're going to do a little bit of charcoal drawing with some willow charcoal. Got loads of stuff here, and I'll set up a webcam just down there so I can show you the materials I'm using. And obviously this is the main camera shot here. This is just a piece of old mount board which we used to go around drawings. We cut an aperture and we frame some drawings like that. So this is what I'm just using this as it's a little test. I thought I'd just try this surface and see what it's like, see how it takes the charcoal. So I've never used it before, but let's give it a go. So we can do a little farm track. Bit short stream, so it's just more like a sketch, and I'm just trying out an image. And what I'll do in future streams, I'll put the image I'm using, I will put on the screen so you can actually see what I'm doing, but I haven't had a chance to do that today. I wanted to get into this, and it is raining outside, so you may not actually sort of hear what I'm saying because the roof is so thin up there. So let's get going. Let's get drawing. So let's put a bit of charcoal on this willow charcoal here. Quite a thick stick. You can see that there. And it's obviously, you can tell it's real charcoal because it's sort of bent rather than a straight piece of compressed charcoal, which is obviously compressed in the machine. I'm just going to put this, lay this onto here. And what we'll do if I feel like this sketch here will work as a bigger drawing, I think it will, I'll stream that once we know all the settings work. I didn't want to sort of spend a long time drawing this to find out that the setup I'm using doesn't really work, if that makes sense. So I thought if we just do a quick sketch of this image of this farm track. I've got a photograph on a tablet just by the side of me. Yes, if we do a quick sketch to see if it works, get a feel for it, and if it works and the setup's working well, I'll stream it later this week, one evening, UK time. Nice if you just let me know where you're from, what sort of time you're watching, what's a good time for you to be watching. And I'm happy to do streams whenever you'd like me to do it. That's what I'm doing it for, is for you to watch live, and then we'll have somebody, I'll have a friend or my daughter Madeline will be helping at some point when she's back from uni. She can be on the computer, so if you have any questions when she's here, or whoever is there, friend or whatever, you can ask the questions and I'll be able to answer in real time. That's the idea. So at the moment we're just feeling our way around this, and this is quite interesting, quite a nice textured board. This has got like quite small squares on it, if that makes sense. I don't know if you can see that coming through here. Oops. And this is very delicate stuff, this willow charcoal. If you watched the last video I brought out at the weekend, you'll be able to see how many times this thin charcoal sticks like this actually break, and break so often. Also, just let me know if the sound is in sync with what you're seeing with my mouth, if that makes sense. I don't want it to look like one of those old Japanese sort of Korean type programs we used to watch when we were kids, like Monkey, for instance. Great program, but the audio was not in sync. The dubbing wasn't in sync with the mouth movements of the actors, so it just wasn't really. You couldn't take it seriously, basically. Right. So we just tone what we do. We just tone in this background quickly, and sort of like this charcoal. It's not actually on this surface. It's quite difficult to get it to sit on there and stay there. So I'm just gonna. That's better. It's lots of layers basically, and this is a light. Needs a light blend with my finger to help it stay on. And this is going to be quite a nice thing to do during the winter when got these dark evenings. I can do some streaming for you while I'm doing some work in the evenings, because I can't actually go out and do any work outside while it's dark, can I? So this would be great way for us to sort of share a bit of time drawing in real time. Beauty about this willow charcoal is it's so soft. This is from Coates company in Somerset. Not affiliated to them, so in any way whatsoever, but just love their charcoal. The willow charcoal they do is really soft, because some brands it's really sort of scratchy, quite dry and scratchy, and I don't like that at all. So just toning this a little bit. Let's just get some putty rubber if I can find it. So we've got a putty rubber here. I will do some streams painting and things like that once we get it. We know all the setup is good. So I've actually got what we got over there. I can actually see that we've got 12 people watching right now, which is great. That's really nice. So hello to you 12 people. I can't tell who you are because I've not got the YouTube screen up on my computer over there. This is all new to me. This is a streaming business. I'm not sure about this. I can edit video, but streaming is another different game. It's for the youngsters, really, isn't it? Let's pull down this putty rubber. Let's pull this down a little bit. Try and take some of this off. It's about charcoal. It's more about what you actually remove than what you actually put on. That's the secret I've found to charcoal drawing. Just don't go in too dark too soon, because you just need to allow for taking the charcoal off. It's all about taking it off. That's what I found is a secret. I shouldn't really share it, should I? That's what it is. Taking it off. Obviously, the more you push it into the fibres of whatever you're working on, the harder it is to remove. So this is the track. This obviously leads around the corner. This is going to be a Cornish hedge, stone wall type thing. This is a tombow, which you click here and it pushes the hard eraser out that way. I'm just going to push this in a little bit, trying to get a few marks, especially down this bit here, which are a bit more interesting. Unfortunately, the rain has stopped, so if you can't hear me now, that means there's a problem with the mic. So just let me know, that would be great. And when I look through the footage later, I'll be able to correct that for the next time, all right? That's the plan. Let's just lighten this a fraction up here. A little bit lighter on the top here. And this area here is grass. This is the sort of dusty old track here. This is a bit of grass at the side which is in the sunlight, so it's in the sun, but it needs to be darker than this. So this needs to be darker than this, but it is in the sun. This part here needs to have a little bit of darkness to it, not too much. So I want it to be quite soft. And we've got some shadows coming across here, run across like this, and these are sort of bits that I really like in images. This is what I'm looking for when I'm working with colour. I'm looking for light, contrast, and some strips of colour in the landscape. When it's black and white charcoal work, it's all about these sort of shadows and the contrast. And if I look on the screen, that's not looking too bad so far. It's quite nice. I'm quite enjoying that. Let's stay with this thin piece of charcoal. There's a bit of a shadow here. There is another gate post here, which won't put in on this drawing, but I'll put in on the next one we do on the bigger scale. This is just a bit of shadow here, something like that. That goes across the top. Something like that. This is a little bit darker up here. There's a bush on the top. This is like a tussocky type hillside here. Quite close to us this is, not in the distance too far. This drawing there's no sort of real distance at all. There's a tree here. That's probably as far away as we can see. That's sort of just behind this area here. Now on here there is a tree. If you saw the video at the weekend, charcoal drawing video, I explained how I like to use the charcoal to twist it around like this and make let the charcoal do the work. Much more fun rather than trying to use a charcoal pencil and draw like that. Too boring, too sort of forced. You want to just let the charcoal do the work, especially at this stage when we're just messing around, getting a feel for it. And what we'll do, get the Tombow in there, thin a few of these lines out, push that up again, very loose marks, put a few in here. If this surface actually works for charcoal, I'll definitely use it again because I've got loads of it. A lot of these like offcuts from framing, you see. So these are like bits of stone in the wall here. I'll just indicate them for now and I'll make a proper job of those when we come to do the full stream on this drawing. I think it will definitely work actually. I like it a lot already. It's going to be good fun. It's got a few elements in it which I think you could learn from if you're looking to sort of start a bit of charcoal drawing yourself. So I could show you give you a few tips which might be useful. I like to use my little finger a lot. Just darken this little patch here. And if when I'm doing streaming going forward, I won't schedule it unless it's something that people really want to see and give me a good time. And there's a lot of you going to want to watch it. The problem with streaming, scheduling a stream is that you're sort of committed to doing it at that time, and sometimes things like life just gets in the way. So I'm thinking, like my son does a lot of streaming. He doesn't schedule. It just gives him a bit more freedom, and he still gets the audience. So that's what I'm thinking anyway. Let me know your thoughts. Right, let's have a look. Let's rub a few bits out here. Back to the tombow. This time now I'm going to go in for the charcoal pencil here. So basically I've got a webcam down there which I can show you the materials with, and my main camera behind my left shoulder. This is a charcoal pencil. I'm just going to, again, I'm just sort of lightly pushing it up, twisting it, and occasionally I'll push it in, make some darker marks where I want some branches to stand out more. And once these are on, you've got less options to take this off, because it's obviously, I think it's like compressed charcoal in there. Let's just go back with the tombow. I'll just clean it off a little bit on here. This bit of paper left at the mateboard I've left at the side there. Let's go in here. There is a fence here, you see. Let's just continue with that there. Just go in there a little bit. Right, there's a fence here. Let's just indicate some of these fence posts. They're all sort of different. That sort of goes back to about here. Something like that. There's another one up here actually, some sort of post. We just get a blade, take off all the bits that I've been rubbing out. What was I going to do then? I'm going to just go make a few marks with the electric eraser. That's what it sounds like. So let's get a few, see if this works on this mount board. Trying to get this back a little bit. Basically, I've got to let it run around the drawing, just a few interesting different marks, especially down here. That's what it's best at, is these type of marks like this. It's really good for this type of thing, picking out these stones on here. That's what I find it best at. Noisy, but it's good fun. Right, let's have a stand back and have a quick look at that. Okay, so I think that'll do for now. Quick charcoal sketch of this farm track, just to try it out and just test these stream settings. Thanks for watching. If you've been watching, don't forget the Kickstarter scheme is up and running till near to 28th of December. Raise some money towards that book. Please let me know if it sounded okay, if it looked okay, if there's any way I can improve it, and I will do that, and then we'll do a proper drawing, and I'll make sure it's a longer stream, sort of at least of an hour, and I'll have somebody with me to go through the chat so you can ask your questions in real time. So thanks for watching, and as always, all the best. See you next time. Bye for now. I've got to go around there, the table, to go and switch it off, so bear with me. Thanks.